They are late. She has already told us. So I have this in present perfect tense. Alright. So they are late. She has already told us. Let's look at our options. Option A. She has already been telling us that they are late. There's no need for a continuous form. You can eliminate option A. She told us that they are already late. Maybe. Let's look at other options. She has already told us that they are late. Okay. And option D. She told us that they are late already. This again, in terms of sentence construction, you can eliminate option D. Because the adverb already is placed incorrectly and doesn't complete the sentence meaningfully. Right? Now out of B and C, we'll have to choose which is the right expression here. Now when you have an expression has already told us, it is safer when you're converting it to an indirect speech not to change the form and leave it as it is. Right? It's just a rule. So it's just like saying, I change the pronoun I to he, or I change simple present to simple past. It's like that. So the only option that gives me that is option C. She has already told us that they are late. Here again, the word construction is kind of shuffled here in the NB. So let's not take chances. We go with C. The teacher said to him, do not go out. So looking at the expression, it could be even, it almost sounds like an order, right? Or a command. Either ways, it's fine. But let's look at our options. The teacher commanded him that he should not go out. Okay. The teacher told him, do not go out. I think it's a typo error. If it was told him that he should not go out or not to go out would have made more sense. The teacher advised him not to go out. The teacher ordered him to not go out. But couple of things that I want you to pay attention. The expression itself, do not go out, right? It's almost like the teacher kind of telling him, because it's the teacher, it's like almost like the teacher knows what's the right thing for this person to do, right? What is the best thing given the situation, whatever the situation, we don't know, right? We'll just generalize it. So the teacher said to him, do not go out. So for me, if B was rephrased saying the teacher told him not to go out, I would have chosen B. But then it says the teacher told him do not go out. Okay. C, the teacher advised him not to go out. The teacher ordered him to not go out. The teacher commanded him that he should not go out. Given the three options, I would say, the safest one for this question, I'm leaning towards A as well as C because of the construction. So A seems for me fine because A also kind of mirrors the same thing, right? The teacher commanded him that he should not go out. That's also correct. The teacher advised him not to go out, also makes sense. But more of the tone, I would disregard C and I would lean more towards commanded or order. The teacher ordered him to not go out. So honestly speaking, it can either be A or D. C would be my last preference. Nothing wrong with C, but it would still be my last preference. Because when you're changing it from direct to indirect speech, not to go out would be the more appropriate thing. Right? So we can eliminate D, but C and A both seem fine to me. So for me, I will skip this because there are two options that seem correct to me. Yeah? So I'm just trying to figure out of A and C, I don't see any problem with both the sentences. The teacher advised him not to go out. The teacher commanded him that he should not go out. Both seem right. Yeah? Dr. Ratan said to the patient, take light food and do not go out in the sun. So obviously it's the doctor, so advice is the more appropriate one. So all the options are giving me advice. So what is it that we need to look for? Let's see. Option A, Dr. Ratan advised the patient to take light food and do not go out in the sun. Okay, this is incorrect because we know that's not the right construction. Out. B, Dr. Ratan advised the patient to take light food and not to go out in the sun. Makes more sense. What about C? Dr. Ratan advised the patient to take light food and to do not go out. Okay, obviously this is wrong. Dr. Ratan advised the patient to take light food and not go out in the sun. Again, out. So, obviously answer is B. Yes, again not to go out. The teacher said to me, I hope you will bring credit to my school. Okay, so couple of things quickly. Will has to change to would. I have a pronoun. My will change to his or her, and we also have the same expression hope, so we need to make sure that that is also there in the context, right? Okay, so let's look at it. Let's see A. The teacher wished that I would bring credit to my school. Will is changed to would, but my is not mentioned here and wished is not the more appropriate one, right? Because we have hoped. So keep that in mind. What about B? The teacher said that I will bring credit to his school, but hope is missing. What about C? The teacher hoped that I would bring credit to his school. So it follows both the rules and hoped is also captured in the context. What about D? The teacher desired that I bring credit to his school. There is no would and there's another word which is desired, which gives us a completely different meaning. So the best answer is option C. What an excellent piece of art, she said. Okay. So obviously we are paying attention to the exclamatory sign, right? Which means we have to kind of translate that expression in our indirect speech as well. And if you look at the options, everything says exclaimed, exclaimed, explained is there, right? And here, what is she doing? She is floored by the art piece and she really likes it, right? And she is appreciating the art because of its excellence, right? Now let's look at our options and see which is the right option here. Option A, she explained with surprise. Was it an excellent piece of art? Doesn't make sense, right? It's a statement. So it's not a question. She's not asking a question and surprise is not the right expression here. Out. B, she explained what an excellent piece of art was it. Incorrect order of words, right? It should be it was. So again, I can eliminate option B. What about C? She explained with appreciation, bringing in the expression, right, that it was an excellent piece of art. This makes more sense. What about D? She had exclaimed that it was an excellent piece of... we don't need the past perfect tense here. So the answer is C, which captures the expression of the exclamatory mark, right? Exclaimed. She's appreciating it, that it was an excellent piece of art. That's it. Option C. Yeah. So, couple of things at least what we quickly can register is paying attention to the exclamatory marks and translating the correct expression. Right? We had surprise and other things. Likewise, in the earlier questions also we had desired. Right? So, we need to watch out for the tone of expression that is there in the direct voice when we are changing it to indirect voice. And other things we already saw, some rules when it's a question mark, if or whether should be there, and tense rules and modal verb rules. So that's something that we need to keep in mind.